Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some may say the world. Today I have James and Dan with me. Lucas not here again, but he has his excuses, so we'll let him off this week. But any more, and might have to. Yeah, he goes
Wait, that
in
was an
hiding.
option? Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, we're
Yeah.
doing this like Brandon by
Look, I'm sure the listeners would love just a podcast of me singing up Cronulla, but I don't know. We might lose some viewers, but we roll from that. Anyway, lads, how was your weekend? Dan, I'll go to you first, mate.
Not too bad. Started off on Fridays waking up with no internet.
Oh, that's been rough. Living in the prehistoric age.
Ended up watching live golf all week.
Oh, nice. That was a pretty interesting finish to the live golf as well.
Oh, what was it? With those 2 rounds of
Sudden death.
sudden
Playoff.
Yeah, nice. That's all, mate.
That's all.
That's all, yes.
I'm sitting here and I'm giving you foot.
Yeah, no, look, good stuff there, good stuff. James, mate, how have you been?
Yeah, look, I've had a bit of a rip over this weekend. Anzac weekend, we said before, got to do it for the Anzac, show some Anzac spirit. So I managed to do that at the 2-up ring, and had a bit of luck there, had a good day, good night after as well. Into recovery Friday, into back on it on Saturday, into recovery Sunday, and now we're here. So it's been a roller coaster of a weekend, I would say.
True Anzac spirit shown
Yeah.
by the Leach brothers. I also had a bit of a rip on the not as much on the Wednesday because I had work. The Thursday. Yeah, had work the Friday, so I couldn't rip too much for the Anzacs. But we both 2-up, mate. We cleaned up. It's a clean up. We used a tactic from the Hello Sports podcast. Shout out Tommy Tobler.
Just back in the streak, Dan.
Yeah, back in the streak.
Early in our sort of venture there, I think I hit like 9 tails in a row.
Well, that was never
Yeah, never
I did
fails.
say that in our podcast.
And then I think later on in the day there was a run of 8, and then you scatter in like sort of your 50-50 wins every other time. You end up having a pretty good day.
Yeah, quite the day of punting and winning. But yeah, Anzac Day was great. There was some great Anzac Day matches as well throughout the week, but we'll get into later though. So, but yeah. It was Anzac round. It was Anzac round. But we held ourselves accountable for something else before we get to some people's shit teams. We get to our shit punting. Back again. Losing again, but one man stands above us all. It's Lucas.
Unfortunately, he's not
The globe.
about it, so.
Lucas wins with growing empire at Morfettville. Big races at Morfettville on the weekend, but yeah, he gets a win. Looks good. I mean, what can we say? He probably gets his tips from someone else. I reckon he pays for him.
He's got to pay for him.
Yeah, there's no way he's picking these. There's no way. I think with the anytime try scorer multi, Dan did let us down, but then I also let us down, so we can't rip on him too much.
Well, definitely ripped on me.
Yeah.
20 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah.
Damn.
Look, as I said, we did have a rip on Saturday, and we were noticing, hey, Dan picked Nathan Cleary
Yeah.
in a game that I picked Toto that scored in the second minute.
For me, I picked Ronaldo. I should have, in hindsight, known Brindle wasn't there. And yeah, in hindsight, for what a bloke, what a player. But yeah, no, that's for the punting. My horse was shit. James' horse as well.
Yep.
Dan's horse as well. But yeah, that's all for accountability. I'm sure Lucas will back us to another winner, or whoever he's paying for the tips will.
He's really stretching out that lead on us.
Yeah. Now we go to the listener questions, gentlemen. We have a couple of listener questions. A lot from the one man, the myth, the legend, Matty C, and no surprises there, but we love it. We do love it.
I was about to say, be careful how you say it, because the moment he stops, we'll be fucked.
Yeah, start of our podcast. Go on.
Oh, there you are, mate.
Yeah. He's disappeared. Okay, so we have. Were you surprised that Sunya Taruva signed with the Tigers? That is from Matty C. James, mate, were you surprised?
It was surprising, the hindsight that came out after that he's actually like cousins or like second cousins with Appy Coruscant.
Yeah.
Sort of sort of made a lot more sense, especially knowing that they do have they had some cap space to spare. I thought the Dragons were a good shot of getting him, but yeah, finding out after the fact that he was
Yeah.
Kurosawa's cousin just made sense if you're getting similar offers. Quick
Um,
question: who do you reckon plays fullback, Taruva or Buller?
At the moment, I think Buller stays there,
Yeah.
but I think Taruva played fullback for BG in the World Cup. Didn't he?
Yeah, and
So,
he obviously he was a fullback all through the juniors and New South Wales Cup. I just thought it was an interesting question to put up.
yeah. I was surprised. I was surprised that he would sign with, as Dan say, a mental asylum. No, I think it's a good signing for the Tigers. They lack outside backs, and he's definitely a good try scorer. Do I think they're going to make the top 8 from getting Sunya Taruva? No.
Oh, look. I think it's a big step in the right direction because I think the thing that the best teams do, pardon you, Dan, the best teams are the best at getting out from their own end, and he's one of the best at it. So
I think what they've realised is they've looked at Bulldogs currently in the top 8. Shout out the Bulldogs fans, and they've gone, what have they done to get to the top 8? By Penrith players. So now we have Jerome Luai, Charlie Stain, Sunya Taruva, Abby Coruscant, all gone to the Tigers. Good question though, Matt. Thank you. We went on a bit of a tangent, but we'll get back to
hopefully we answered it.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah, we didn't rip on the Tigers too much because that'll happen later. Now we have, what is the biggest dumb decision you've seen watching a NRL game that influenced the result? Now, I don't know if he might be saying refs or he might be saying players, but each their own. Up to you guys on what you think. James, mate?
Look, bit harsh on him because he was before his time, but Big GI, going for a 2-point field goal before they existed in the game, like that was a bit of a shocker of a brain fade, and
Pretty sure that was against Dragons.
yeah, I can't remember who it was, but it was without reading these questions ahead. It was the first thing that popped in my mind of just because the Sivu one, it's dumb, like the Tane Milne, and that didn't change the outcome of the game or anything. But yeah, that's just the biggest, like, you switched off, you've heard the wrong score, something.
Go for the field goal, yeah.
That's completely flip-flop. Yeah, I don't know.
I remember all the jokes about his maths.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is my biggest dumb decision? I'm going to go different to you two guys because I'm a ref basher and I will blame them for everything.
The Cowboys Tigers is a good shout.
Good shout. I was just going to go the Roosters Raiders grand final.
Yeah.
The 6 again. That really fucked.
It's Raiders' fault for not.
Yeah. That was bad. And then also shout out to the Cowboys who we pumped the other week. But in our semi-finals, we've had a couple good calls go our way.
Yeah,
there
the
was like a
7
tackle set. We just kept going. And we scored off it. It was like, oh, they might not be too happy about that. But yeah, those ref blunders would be my biggest dumb decisions.
Yeah.
Don't blame the
the
players.
Coruscant call from the bunker this weekend.
Yeah. The knock on there, yeah. They
Yeah.
over officiating, sometimes it's too much. Yeah, no, good question again, Matt. Thank you. Next one though, is it time for a new coach at the Parramatta Eels? And we'll head to our Eels fan to see what he has to say.
More than likely.
Yep.
Look, again, it's hard to be super judgmental. Like, did he plan for us to get 2 players sin binned in the game? Like,
Did he plan for Mitch Moses to fracture his foot?
yeah.
It was actually
Look, he should have planned better for Darwin. Like, considering we've been
More
there.
water bottles on the.
Maybe put some of the water bottles down for the players because they look
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely gassed in that game. But yeah, these last 2 weeks have looked horrible. But I do find it hard to like properly drop him off that. Like the first couple of weeks we looked outstanding with Moses. So look, I would say if we miss the 8 again at the end of this year, then it's move on time.
Because wasn't there a stat like he's the longest serving coach that hasn't?
Won a comp currently yet.
which is
To be
he's a good
fair, that
coach.
includes Ricky Stewart winning his comp
Yeah.
right at the start of his career at Roosters.
And now his 500 game
Yeah.
special got pumped by the
That is
shaft.
500.
Yeah, almost definitely. I reckon if we don't make the 8 this year, that'll be 2 years in a row. He's won a spoon with us. Like,
Is that not a sign though of how good of a coach he is? That a player wants to come and play only if
Oh,
he's
yeah.
coaching at the
Yeah.
club. Like, I don't
well,
know.
it's also like a sign of how quick it happened. Like, apparently he went over for one dinner with them,
Yeah.
and it was over like a span of 2 weeks that it sort of went down. That, and like, so yeah, he's obviously quite good, and he gets the best out of players. That's why I wouldn't be like, I would give him a full season as your last chance, not like JD that he's getting two or three games or something like that.
For me, I think always getting rid of your coach never makes your club any better. Usually, then restarts the cycle of like,
Yeah,
clean
now he
out, a
needs to change
redo,
roster.
We have
Yeah,
to do this. We have to. I still think your roster's good enough to be in that upper echelons. It's just getting the right people on the field and right tactics. I
Yeah.
guess. As for that, yeah, I don't know who you would pick firstly, like to replace.
there's been
Brad Arthur.
talks of Bennett like
Yeah,
doing it, but geez, he would have to be pretty part time, you'd imagine.
yeah.
But
Then-
we're a part time footy club, if you didn't know, Dan. So he would fit in quite well.
Yeah, look, worrying times at the Parramatta Eels, but not for some clubs, you know. Thanks for that one again, Matt. Another Matty C question. Thank you. Keep them coming. And now we have a really good question here, and I am looking forward to this. It is from Scott, and he asks, "Can you guys give us your best impression of each other?" And he also adds a please. So I will head to. We're gonna go to Dan first. And I want you to go for each member and do your best your best impersonation. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Well, that was impressive, Dan. That was very impressive. You should do impersonations for a living, James. I'll head to you.
All right. So first I'll go with you, Brandon. All right. Sue! Up, Cronulla! That's
Pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, look, that was definitely a character of it, but
Pretty spot on.
Dan, fucking dragons, fucking.
Well, that doesn't sound like sex.
Lucas, go you good thing, go! Oh no! Oh, another one at the line. That's my 5th second of the day. And yeah, that's about it.
Oh, that's pretty good. We'll head to Lucas for his Dan impersonation because this is where it's all stemmed from. There is a great one that we'll just play over the audio now.
Hi guys, it's me with Dan's decision. Dragons 1-12. There's no climax to score anytime. I put a lot of time and effort into this one. I didn't just fucking rehash it for the 7th week in a row. It's paying $17. Gamble responsibly.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's good. That's good stuff.
They got ripped into about this.
Look, I was sick during the week, and the boys did not
hold back.
definitely did not hold back and let me forget it.
Now I'll throw out my impersonations. Look, it's a bit harder when you have to do it, hey? I'll go myself. No, I'll go Lucas. Look, the Sharks are shit. He's a flat track bullies, mate. Tigers, we're cellar dwellers, but you guys pretend. You think you're good. My team get pumped 50-0, but you guys are shit. Okay, that was my Lucas.
That was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. James, I'll go with more of a. Hey, Parramatta are a good team, and I think we've got young depth coming through. We're top 4 material. Guffo can lead us to a premiership, and yeah, because we're pretty much the same person.
Yep.
He's in
Pretty-
denial
it's pretty
about
easy.
yeah. Dan, I'll go similar to what Lucas went for, and more of a like, yeah, footy was good. Yeah. Dragons did play well, and horse racing is good.
UFC good.
That was pretty good. Hopefully, that was good for you, Scott, and for the fans. Hope they enjoyed. Maybe they can send in their best impersonations to
Oh,
us.
God.
Put that on the Instagrams, or just DM Dan, as I said
Oh,
last
DM
time.
DM Dan, he loves it.
What did you DM? What was everyone DMing last
I don't know. I guess I keep throwing it in.
Yeah, I can't remember what. We just say DM Dan.
week? No one ever DMs me, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Damn. one week it'll happen.
One week I'll just get 50 DMs. We have to have 50 listeners, but hey.
Good stuff. Good stuff, lads. Thank you for listening to the questions, and we look forward to them again next week. Now we go to NRL Talk Rugby League. A lot of talk in the NRL at the moment, but we'll go to who impressed us first, and I'll go to Dan, mate. Who impressed you?
The SG Ball Dragons team. They won the fucking comp. Woo!
Did you watch the game?
No.
Oh, so that was impressive in that they
I
won.
was too busy watching Live Golf.
Ah, yes.
But yeah, it impressed me that they won because it's the first time in 18 years.
Nice. Also the first time in a long time Dragons have won anything. So
Yeah. And then another thing that impressed me was the Cowboys come back in the second half. Even though they didn't win, but it was a good second half from them. That was a good game of footy as well.
Promising signs if they can play that kind of footy all the time.
Hold it together. as
Yes. James, who impressed you?
Look, I'll first throw out something similar to Dan, but it was the Harold Matthews Warriors team. They won the league, won the comp in their first ever year of existing.
well. Nice.
Just goes to show the depth of talent in that country that we just haven't been utilizing to its best ability. So good to see him get in a Harold Matt's team and they had to beat 3 undefeated teams in the semis. Para, Tigers, and somebody else. All
Yeah, no, they
undefeated.
versus Tigers in the
Yeah,
Mats because I was talking to Shannon
Yeah.
at OzTag.
yeah, it was quite the run to be able to do that.
Yeah.
NRL, look, for once, like I had a week where I just didn't see as much footy as I usually do. So I'll go with the Knights, who I thought were going to be a bit lackluster, but especially their debutant fullback, they worked hard, they got the job done, and look, they showed that they're not going to be easy beats just because they don't have Ponga for most of the year. So good on them.
It was promising signs for both teams you talked about. The Warriors, like as you said, if they can just bring some of that union audience over to who wants to play for the Harold Mats of the New Zealand Warriors, mate, the sport will just keep growing. So that's positive signs, good impressions. Yes, for me, who impressed me? It's hard to go past the top of the table Sharks. Defensively, over the last 2 weeks, it's been like 86 or 84 points to 6 against us. So pretty happy with that. The start of the year, I kept saying I wanted Iro to start. He has started. Since he's been there, our defense has looked good. And Atkinson, he did his job. He just ran the ball a lot, leaving Nico to do everything, which is good.
Intercept the ball.
And
fantasy.
was that his first game or second game Atkinson's played?
Third game, but he's only played say a handful of minutes because he just came on for
So
small
give
time.
him a bit of time. You'll find he'll do a bit more attacking and maybe take some kicks to take some pressure off.
Yeah.
But he's obviously going to work his way into the year.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much who impressed me. There was another 2 teams, though, that were quite impressive and 2 teams that weren't that impressive. And it was 2 teams that can no longer win the comp, and that is the Dragons and the Souths. If we go by stats, once you have 50 points, James, I don't know if you know this, but you can't win the comp.
I know because Parramatta avoided it against the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Wait, when did that happen for the Dragons?
Oh, it was... I don't know, maybe it was a Thursday.
Look, I was drunk, but I wasn't that drunk.
Dan, any excuses for your shit club?
Mate, the list is from here to fucking Timbuktu, but I'm not going to sit here all night and fucking read it.
Yeah.
That was fucking piss poor effort against the Roosters. They scored easy tries. Sam Walker kicked our fucking asses. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
But it was funny seeing, I think it was Aaron Wood's comments a week before he was talking about how your defense is like
And you won't
solid
get
with
blown
Shane
out.
Flanagan.
Then we get 60
and
points put on
then
us.
you get fucking your asses handed to you.
I have a feeling that that might be a lot of your year of like 2 or 3 good games and like not necessarily winning 2 or 3 games in a row, but 2 or 3 better games, and then it'll just catch up a bit too much to your roster.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be fair to say in some of your games you're playing better than what you would expect your team to go,
Yeah.
and then that takes a toll. Because what you got pumped by the Dolphins round 2, yeah, but that was also coming off the bye or something, wasn't it? Or...
No, we beat Titans in the first round.
That's right, yeah.
But we got some wankers this week, which will probably get pumped again.
And
Yeah.
speaking of that, did you see what Shane said about us in the press conference?
Huh?
Someone asked him something about versing the Sharks, and he responded to like saying, "What have they won since I've not been there?" or something. Or
Gotta
they haven't
love
won
that.
anything. I'm like, that's gonna fire up our team, mate.
That's gonna come back to bite me in the ass, honestly.
So
Well,
yeah.
to be fair, he wouldn't have many friends left at your club. You just got rid of the full team.
Yeah, as James actually said, when we versed the Cowboys, our 2 premiership players were playing for the Cowboys, Valentine Holmes and Cat Townsend. But yeah, that's enough about your team. The other team that lost Souths, they look pretty fucking bad as well,
Yeah,
as we've
they're
been saying.
Dead and buried, aren't they?
Yeah, Jason Demetrio on his final legs. I've seen like there's a lot of talks about this week where they're going to chop and change everyone around and go White into halves or
Mate,
Latrell does
that's
this.
I hope like Parramatta, like because obviously we're getting talks about Brad Arthur and stuff. The moment I say that, the moment he's gone.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Back your players that you trusted in round 1 and try to get the best out of them. Don't just throw everyone to the bin.
Because you do that, then it is becoming to more
Desperation.
a rebuild, yeah, desperation, everything like that. But yeah,
Although I would like to see Cody Walker and Jack White and
Yeah, look,
In the
if it's
halves.
just that, sure. But yeah, if they start,
yeah.
I find it funny that White went there to win a premiership. Oh,
oh yeah,
that's rough.
How Canberra would be laughing at him now.
Yeah.
Not after the weekend, but
Just
in general.
Just in general. Another thing that people were laughing about over the weekend, and it was
oh god.
Sunday morning, I woke up to messages of Paul Kent and a video. Look, Kenty, a big tree lover, big tree hugger.
Yeah.
He's a big
Yeah.
tree hugger.
It's a big tree
bit
hugger.
awkward, I should say. How he hugs the tree, sort of with his back and wrapped
Yeah.
around it a bit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Kind of tries to get his legs around it
Yeah,
as well.
unorthodox was the word I was
Yeah,
meaning to say.
unorthodox, what we're alluding to here, guys, is there is a video that's come out recently of our man Paul Kent and our
Should we say allegedly?
allegedly? There's it's
Yeah.
definitely him.
Yeah, say Kenty. I think it was Buzz in the background, Kenty.
Yeah. They were outside, I assume, a bar / restaurant. I don't know.
Yep. Anyway,
Club or something.
Pub?
yeah, I'll probably go bar with how drunk he was. He'd be polishing off his-
allegedly he
Yeah,
was drunk.
allegedly,
We
yeah.
don't know. We don't know.
We don't know.
Seen
Maybe
him
he
on
was
360, he gets a bit fired up.
Yeah. There was a gentleman who probably was heckling him. I assume he was heckling him.
Yep.
Allegedly.
Bloke talk about my height.
Yeah. And look, Kenty was being ushered away by people and saying, "Not worth it, Kenty. Not worth it." Kenty was
Decided
taking
it
off
was?
yeah, it was. He decided to take off the Casio watch, which was quite funny because that would have damaged the watch when you get into a fucking hiss horse, mate.
Especially if the watch is worth $12.
Yeah. So he gets the watch off. Then he starts to go at the other bloke. Goes for a bit of a push and shove. They cross the kind of the street and gets judo thrown by his shirt and flipped onto a tree.
Yeah,
He
that-
got fucking decimated within like a second.
Mate, like I've like fallen down some stairs and stuff after a big night, and you wake up with a sore back. That would have to top it. Get it thrown into a tree
There
and
would have
wrapped
been
around it.
so much head noise for Paul Kent the day after. Going, what have I done? And then you see your phone blow up. Then you see you're getting dropped from NRL.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. He
Again. Drop from NRL 360.
Oh, again, but the other time he got off from that stuff. But
Yeah.
this one,
Yeah,
He's
that's the thing.
getting off this time.
That's the thing. He's proven innocent for the other stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, what he would go on 360 and say is the players have to be better. They know they're public people. They know people are going to heckle them, and they've just got to be better.
Yeah. You can't bite back at these hecklers. You got to be better. You got to be.
Well, why are
good
they even
role
drinking at
model.
the pub? They should. They know that they can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe Kenty should take a leaf out of his own book.
Yeah, look.
A leaf out of the tree that he wrapped around, or
Maybe you should write a book out of that tree.
He's a big tree hugger. No, I would say the words what Lucas would probably say. He's also a bigger flog, so couldn't have happened to a better person. And everything we've said is also just alleged.
Allegedly.
So, yeah, we're very big fans of your work, Paul.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
And hugging trees. Another thing that happened over the weekend: Titans first win. Up the Titans.
I think the other big thing of that game is the Warriors suck.
Yeah. They were top 4 last year, and
Yeah.
slippery slope.
Someone may have picked this as a possibility. Obviously, still early, but yeah. You never want to be the team that loses to that team that's lost to everyone else. Parramatta's done it with the Tigers before.
I think they might be in for a reshuffle at the halves. Maybe Tamari might get a. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just because when Luke Metcalf was there, he just played that running style, like
Yeah, a
always
bit more
backing up
direct.
as basically another fullback in the team. Led to more points for him at least, but
Who's the other one they've got? They've got another.
Danelle Harris DeVito.
Oh yeah. Again, he's not a big a standard runner of the ball like Metcalf, but he's a bigger body that could take that role on a bit better.
Put
I
two
don't
of
know.
us check in the halves.
Mate, maybe Chance. And then have 2 of us at the back. Oh, mate. decision for old Desi, but he's struggling right. Oh, not Desi. Desi's
Andrew
fucking
Webster.
on top of the world.
Yeah,
Andrew
they finally got
Webster.
their first win.
Yeah.
Andrew
Desi-
Webster, coach of the year last year.
Yeah. Desi's got a bit of a headache, though. Like, Brimson looked so good at fullback.
Oh, mate,
Yeah.
we've pretty much been saying it the whole time. Like, he's the best fullback at their club,
Mm.
and it looks like by a distance.
It's the, has been picked for Queensland before. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess puts the centres for his first time. They haven't gone too well until there, so maybe he
Well,
gets
that's it. It's
get in position.
no surprise. Yeah, he has to play 5'8". They start looking better. He plays fullback. They get their first win.
Yeah.
Yep, got to get his hands on the ball. That Blake. Now another thing that happened over the weekend is back-to-back Eels second half capitulations, James. And explain your shit club.
Look, the Penasini one was unlucky. Not the fact that he took out Turbo, like that was just genuine professional foul. You're going to be off for 10. Unlucky that the refs missed that Turbo was offside, and the ref on field didn't decide to send it up to upstairs to have a look at. He just immediately sent him off for 10. So that's a bit unlucky. And then Sevo, like the fact that we actually scored a try in that time brought it back to a 2-point gap. And we're not looking too bad. Sevo puts on one of the biggest shots of the game on Garrick. It was all legal. And decides to try and elbow him in the head. Misses. And goes for a second shot.
Bit of a facial rub of the elbow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When he goes off for 10, like, whenever a team has to play for 20 minutes of a half, one man down, they're always going to struggle. It's like, you got to think of it almost as like, yeah, someone got sent off with 20 to go.
And
And
even if you've played the 10 minutes, which you did play 10 minutes with one player, you're a little bit fatigued because you've now been defending that extra, having to shuffle left, right.
working harder on the inside and all the little things that comes with being a player short.
And then Sevo goes, fuck you guys, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
Broncos elected to play with one player short the other night.
Yeah.
And played well.
Yeah,
When Reynolds fucking
yeah.
died.
it was cramping.
Yeah. That Reece Walsh off
That
and
was
Reynolds off.
That was a fucking intercept and a half.
Yeah.
The
Tried to
bloke's
go off
cramping.
steals though. But
Yeah, well, look.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, undoubtedly, it's 2 second halves that we would like to forget. We talked about the Darwin one last week. It was just unprepared and shocking, to be honest. And then this week, stupidity won the game.
He got 3 tries though. So
Yeah.
maybe Eddie, he did get a suspension, which is kind of
Yeah, awkward position if you brought it up and now like, you did score a hat trick.
Everything was going well until you elbowed the guy
Yeah.
in the head.
Everything was going well until it wasn't.
Although
Yeah.
his defense, he still has some
Yeah.
questionable defensive.
Yeah.
It's hard though, like because 2 of the tries he scored, he bumped off Trebojevic like he wasn't even there, and you
Yeah.
go, do we even score them if it's not Sivo? Hard choice.
Look, but that's why he makes the big bucks, BA. So, well, as long as he's still your coach.
Yeah. Oh, we'll have to pay him out if we sack him anyway.
True. This is true. Now, there's another shock, a surprise to me. Kiri set to retire at the end of this year. Only, I think, signing an extension earlier this year, I think, or last year.
Yeah, I think maybe last year.
But yeah,
It's got to be due to like injury. Like he's just like, I can't get injured anymore.
I would say so.
And
yeah.
that's the thing. It's probably like even if his body's feeling not too bad, it's probably the headspace. Because if
Yeah.
you keep thinking about retirement and worried about where your head goes and stuff like that, at some stage it's gonna wear you down. And you just go, I may as well call it. And
Mm.
And then seeing another player over the weekend, Dale Finucane retire from
Yeah.
like medically retire.
yeah,
Kiri
Yeah.
probably pushed Kiri over the edge.
yeah, he saw his 2 of his mates and mentors from earlier in his career also retire
Yeah,
earlier than they probably could have.
Probably
Yeah.
Corner
thought
and
to
friend.
himself, maybe I should see a doctor.
Yeah.
And then they probably gave him the same conclusion, and he went, "You know what? I won't retire straight away. End
Yeah,
of the
I
year.
want to win a comp.
Got to win the comp." But we know Roosters won't win the comp because there is a team on top of the table, lads. Who look, the only person on the podcast this week to wear their jersey. I think that shows, where we're at.
So not to derail your Sharks talk, but Dan, back to Kiri. So the Roosters now have a lot of money in their cap.
Yeah, like $4 million for
Yeah,
next
yeah.
year. Yeah.
Oh, I've heard 10 million with the third party deals with Uncle Nick.
Sombrero.
Yeah.
So something about Dally M or something.
Oh, the Dally M's, yeah. Nico
Oh, crap,
Hines.
no,
Nico
what-
Hines is on top.
What's next on the list? Nah, go.
James, has there been any cricket lately?
Yeah, IPL. Fraser McGurk blasted 80 off like 50.
Oh shit! We didn't know this. Like, we should have had a cricket segment. Sharks on top of the table,
Go, do your
gents.
bit. Do your bit.
Look, I'm not going to go too much into it. We are looking good though. We are performing at high levels without Trindle this week. I was a little worried, although the team we versed didn't have their half. So, well, they had Strange, but they had a very young spine in Strange, Chevy, and KO Weeks.
And then, 2 part-time hookers
Yeah.
doesn't help
Danny
when you've
Levi
got...
dropping a ball when he's.
That drop from Danny Levi.
I think Nico was catching him, to be fair, and I think Nico
Yeah.
probably
Oh,
catches
100%.
him. But
That's why
100%.
I think he was like almost
ready
looking to kick or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, and he just fumbles.
Like, he had called the ball. He was
Yeah.
fine. And then he starts fumbling out of nowhere.
There's a couple, like, one, we held him up, but, like, there was a try that was so close to happening where Kennedy just fucking, all one-on-one, just took the ball and just held
Yeah.
it up. I think it was Chevy Stewart almost crossing. But, look, we're looking good. We are coming up to the hard part of our draw because everyone
Yeah,
loves to
definitely,
speak
100%.
about the easy draw.
Especially this
Yeah, the
weekend.
Dragons, mate, they are flying.
Can someone clip our wings last week? 'Cause we definitely weren't fucking flying.
No, but after that we have in the span of the 3 weeks like Melbourne, Penrith, Roosters. So that'll be our test.
Yep.
And after that we don't verse them again to the finals.
Look, if you guys are sitting first after that, then I'll go, hey, you guys could be the real deal.
Hell yeah.
If they beat all 3 of them.
Oh, 2 out of 3 I'll take.
Nah, all 3.
I'm not saying they are the real deal after that. I'm saying that they could be because it's still a
Could
long
be.
season.
Yeah.
But I'm liking the look of our forwards, like Hazelton now being our starting front row. The bloke just loves scoring meat pies, man.
Mate, you guys are going to have the anytime try scorer front row combination next year.
As I've said, he is the cult hero.
Yeah.
And if he keeps scoring these tries, the cult will get bigger.
He's got the headband, which makes him even like more of just a nut trucker. I loves fucking running the steed, and
But I don't know what the fuck that headband's doing.
yeah, it's holding his hair back, obviously.
Bloke's younger than us and,
yeah.
and he's already bald.
But yeah, look, promising signs for the Sharks. As we did mention as well, Nico Hines back to the top of the Dally M's. Deserved it. Bloke scored fucking how much in fantasy?
Yeah.
120
Yeah, 100 and...
or something like that.
it ended up getting down I think it was 118.
118.
It ended up updating to this morning.
140 odd in Supercoach or something like that.
Look,
230 if you had him captain.
he had
Yeah.
like a try, maybe 3 try assists, 40-20, line breaks, like, and you name it.
Two
Yeah,
intercepts.
He had a game of all games, and look, is it promising that maybe Trindle took on for the team?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think there's some Cleary ghost points in fantasy for Nico this week.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. He was literally a part of everything.
Yeah, like as I had said, Atkinson was just running the ball, which he did a good job at.
Yeah.
Had a
He
couple,
also
couple
missed
kicks here and
one
there.
goal and was at the end of the game.
Yeah.
He kicked everything.
He was on fire. But look, enough about the Sharks and NRL talk. We'll go into Leachy's fantasy locks. And look, surprise, surprise, Brandon's picked some good trades last week. Brayley scoring a 54. A lot of people are going for Jaden. Dan now picking him up this week after seeing the scores.
Yeah, look, I was actually giving him another week because I thought, actually, no, I went someone different. That's never mind.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he went well. And then the three that we said kind of hold and wait, Sanders, Weeks, and Armstrong. Sanders 35, Weeks 42, and Armstrong 50. All, I would say, bring-ins now. So
Yeah, obviously, remember Armstrong scored a try.
scored a try. He did.
Yeah. Well, I've got Armstrong now.
Mm.
So, well,
For Sanders, I'm still worried on his job security because, like, at the moment, Para are looking to just fucking
Yeah, I wouldn't
get
go
wins.
Sanders.
Weeks though, he looked good. Like his kick meters, I was surprised how good of a boot he has.
Yeah, I was quite surprised by that. I didn't know where their kicking meters was going to come from, but
He was like punting it like as long as like something Foggy would do,
Yeah.
not like the torpedoes and the bombs, but he was kicking very long. And I was going, wow, that's going to boost the scores. It did 42 for Weeks, so he's probably my lock this week that I'll be bringing in.
yeah,
Him and Brendan Piacora, I'm bringing him back.
yeah.
Bloke's been suspended, HIA'd, everything like that. I don't know if he was suspended, but he's been injured like 2 or 3 times this year.
yeah, he got injured.
Tempting. I think I'll still hold off, but
Yeah.
tempting.
Finally
He got a
back.
36 this week.
36, played 80 minutes, I think, or like close to it, 70 maybe.
In a game
Um,
that there was a lot of breakaway tries and stuff like
Yeah.
that, I guess.
I will be bringing him back, and I also bringing in Payne Haas, but I mean, like, that's not really a lock. You should have him, eventually get him. Although
I'm going to work out a way to fucking get him back.
Origin is around the corner, so it
Yeah,
will
I
most
might wait
likely
till
be.
after Origin.
But that's enough for Leachy's fantasy locks, and I look forward to who I'll pick next week. I did have a win this week, by the way, guys. I don't know how much you guys care about that. Versus someone low on the table. I got 3 easy wins in a row. So
I versed Georgie when half of his team was out. That was a good win.
nice.
Yeah, I'm flying high.
Yeah,
I think I'm like 4th or
I was
something.
gonna say you're doing like the dragons, yeah, flying.
No, I'm actually in the top 8.
Okay, so okay.
I'm coming 3rd, actually.
Good. Dan, you are similar to Dragon Zone Fantasy. I remember times you led the comp in this. All right, so we have horse racing. As per Lucas not here, and we are the best with the horse racing gurus. We're going to head straight to Lucas and see his predictions for this week.
G'day guys, it's Lucas from the Couch Commentators here. Now before we go any further, we need to address the elephant in the room. As you can see behind me, there is a Sharks sign and a Sharks jersey. And another one there, another one there, and another one there. I am not a Sharks fan. I dislike the Sharks immensely. This is just where I'm doing the video for today. Up the Tigers. Now look, I know accountability has already been spoken for, but I mean, geez guys, I think that's 7 wins from my last 9 or 10 bets. I know it was short, $2.90, growing empire, but that thing won by about 4.5 lengths. It had panels on them. It should have started with a 1 at the start. Yeah, look, guys, I'm suffering from success big time at the moment with my innate punting ability. Even at this time of year where it's now starting to get a bit harder, where, you know, sort of the lower class Group 1 horses are here running around in Adelaide and Queensland. But look, let's keep this train going. Anyway, we're going to get onto a small little preview for some of the races that are coming around this weekend. We're going to look at Morfettville and Queensland as well. not a whole lot going around Sydney, Melbourne. A lot of benchmark racing. So we're just going to stick to those. Now, look, I suppose the first one that sort of jumps up off the page for me at Morfettville, you've got the Queen Elizabeth II Cup over 2,500 metres. Now, this has your, your typical staying horses. The map is there. First Immortal. He's been disappointing in his last 2 runs. We're not used to seeing him put in a couple of stinkers like he has there, so we need to keep an eye on him and his price. He's currently $3, which I think, he's a class of the field, but he's a bit short at those odds, especially what he's thrown up in the last few, in his last few starts. The map's the $2.40 favourite. You've got Aberfeldy Boy, Disagreeable Miss, Lakes Folly, and then it goes right down to Sharma Princess at about 100 to 1 and Space Equity at 150 to 1. Look, I haven't done form for this yet, guys, so I'm just going to give out the... I'll give a tip. I'm going to say, even though his map pattern and his racing pattern is against... everything I stand for. I think the map is probably the horse to beat here. He's carrying 57 kilos. He gets 3 kilograms off Blake Shin and First Immortal. Now, if First Immortal comes out how he has, his last preparation or even his first run this preparation, he's probably the one to beat. But I'm just going to say the map here, Jamie Carr on board, 3 nice runs this preparation. I think he might be a bit too good. Next up, guys, we've got the South Australian Derby over 2,500 metres. This is going to be a hell of a race here. You've got Coco's Son, who came 3rd in the Oaks last weekend, backing up. You've got Warmonger, who ran a disappointing, I'd say, 5th last week. He is currently $5.50. Bold Soul is at $7.50 for Patrick Payne and Jake Noonan. You've got Ahuriri, who won the staying race at Flemington on Anzac Day. Won that very comfortably as well by about 3.5 lengths. So, and he's bred by Almanzor, so he's bred to stay all day. Then you've got a Samurai Mind, who's the local hope there at about $15. Look, you've got a couple of good horses in this race. Some with unexposed form, I'd say. Some coming out of races, at Pakenham, or let's have a look here, Morfettville, Pakenham, Terang. So, look, I think you're safe towards the top of the market here. Ahuriri's win at Flemington was really impressive last week. Obviously, Coco Sun, $4.40, backing up. Tony and Calvin McAvoy are very keen on his chances. Jamie Carr on board. I think Warmonger at $5.50, he's a bit short for what he threw up last week. Look, I'm going to have to side with the 16 here, Ahuriri, especially that staying performance on Anzac Day was fantastic. Look, down 300 metres back to the 2,500 as opposed to the 2,800 last start. They went an absolute crawl in that race at Flemington. They did. He had a superior turn of foot, but he's also, as I said before, bred by Almanzor, who is a staying weapon. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I like Ahuriri there in the South Australian Derby. We'll head over to Queensland. Now we've got a 2-year-old, a couple of group races there. We've got. Let's have a look here. So the return of Uncommon James in the Recruitment Victory Stakes, which is race 8 at Eagle Farm. So you've got Uncommon James, you've got Front Page at $5, you have got Antino, the return of Antino at $6.50. He's on the path for a Stradbroke handicap this preparation, so he'll be very good to watch here. Prince of Boom, Wee Nessie, Golden Mile, Comrade Rosa, Baller, and Petronius. This is a very, very nice field here. Uncommon James came back at Rose Hill about, let's say, 6 weeks ago in the Galaxy. He ran a 5th, about 2 lengths to Zapateo. Look, he had a nice run in transit. I just don't think he was carrying the right weight to win that race. So they've given him a short little freshen up, and they've taken him back up to Queensland for this preparation. Front Page, look, I thought for sure Front Page was going to win a few weeks ago in the wet track, but it just seemed to be too heavy where Marzu absolutely revelled in that. So Antino, like we said, he's a miler who's come back at 1200 meters, looking for the Stradbroke handicap in a few weeks' time at the 1400. But might be a bit too sharp for him at this level with these sprinters. Prince of Boom always showed a lot of promise. He hasn't really lived up to the hype of his 2-year-old days and 3-year-old days. Wee Nessie, who won one of the last races on the championships day 2 at at Randwick a few weeks ago. She won that by about 1.5 lengths. The last day of the championships there. Look, I'm not going to throw a tip out there, although, that's a hard race. I think, look, I couldn't know which way to tell you guys, so just, be prepared. Like I said, you've got Antino coming in first up. Uncommon James is a big drop in grade for him. So this could be right for him. Look, Front Page third up. He's an on-pace horse. Oh, do you back him? I don't know. I'm not too sure. Prince of Boom, I don't think he's up to this class. Look, I'm gonna have to say it might be Uncommon James, the favourite, just to be safe. Then we've got the Queensland Guineas. Race 9 is the Queensland Guineas. Now this is it's a pick'em race, basically. $6.50 the field. So Ducasse is the favourite, $6.50. You've got the impressive Press Link at $7. You've got Kintyre, $7.50. Razors, $7.50. Robrick, $8. Port Lockroy, $8.50. And that leads all the way down to Purveyor. So there are 19 horses in this, and I'd say 13 of them are split in the market by about $10. So look, this is a very hard race. Ducasse, obviously, ever so impressive, beating Tannhauser a few weeks ago in that slosh at Randwick. Another one for this race. Look, Press Link looked to be a very dominant horse, but he came out a few weeks ago. Didn't have a great race there. Finished third. Looks like he's crying out for about a mile now, which is what the Guineas is. So. Look, I know the ratings and figures out of his races haven't been too great, so I'm not too sure how to feel about that. But look, I mean, if I had a gun to my head, had to pick a horse right now, I'd probably pick Kintyre. I think I'll pick Kintyre. Trust Gary Portelli to take the impressive gelding up there and knock off the win there. So, I mean, other than that, guys, in the world of horse racing, not a whole lot. You've got the Hawkesbury standalone meeting this week, so there's no racing at Randwick, none at Rosehill. It's going to be all at Hawkesbury for Sydney. You've got the Hawkesbury Gold Cup. You've got the Hawkesbury Guineas. You've got the Hawkesbury Gold Rush, the Hawkesbury Crown. There's a lot of good races in there. Now, just quickly, we'll go through. So, the Hawkesbury Gold Rush over 1,100 metres. Parasail's the favourite. Dual, Spacewalk, Extravagant Star, Facile, Cannonball round out the top market there. The Hawkesbury Crown, 3-year-olds, fillies and mares. You've got Shadows of Love, Gennati, one-time 1,000 Guineas favourite Gennati. Madame Pommery, Willinger Beast, Miss Hellfire, so on and so forth. The Guineas, you've got the favourite Schwartz, who sort of let us down for a couple of starts now, Schwartz has. But that's okay. Next up, you've got Razors, you've got Butch Cassidy, Conasana, the very impressive winner at the wet track of Randwick a few weeks ago. Then you've got the Gold Cup with the favourite Detonator Jack, Nugget. Nugget could be a nice bet in this race. He could be a very nice bet in this race, guys. Stay tuned, that might be my best bet. But look, for that, guys, that'll do horse racing for this week. Have some more, I suppose, horse racing news and media for you guys next week when I have a bit more time to prepare. Thanks, guys. Take care. Gamble responsibly.
Wow.
In 72 years.
Oh my god. we've had to wait the whole time because that was he sent that video after a live cross to him as well. So that's a long time. But good tips. Good
good tips. I just
horse
feel
racing.
older.
Yeah. It's rough. I'm sure he picked one winner out of the lot, or maybe the bloke he's paying has helped.
Rory probably mentioned PJ Moods as well.
I'm sure he did. But thank you, Lucas, for that. Now, that's all, gentlemen. Lovely stuff. Check our Instagram and our social medias for our best bets. And look.
Hopefully one of us can get up this week because, Lucas is getting away from us.
Yeah. getting those $2, $3 wins, slowly
Yeah.
building up the total there.
I think I need to start going to multis and hope to jag one at like $14 or something.
Sounds like an idea. I might do a Dan one and just go for $100.
Yeah.
100 or nothing.
Go 4 try scorers against the Tigers.
Yeah, lock it in. Lock it in. No, good stuff, gentlemen. Another great week, and we'll catch you all next.
Peace.
Yeah.